deep exhalation to begin with, and then deep inhalation. Hold the breath for as long as possible, and then consciously exhale. And during this process, relax your physical body. Forget about everything else in the world. Focus only on the breath. See how much you're able to inhale, the quality and quantity, and the time of the inhalation, holding, and breath and exhalation. Observe that. Forget about everything. And then when you focus on the breath, the mind will get relaxed automatically and will be quietened. So, through this process of systematic pranayama, one should relax the physical body and also quieten the mind. And with a quietened mind and the basic understanding of the Brahma Tattvam through study of Vedanta Shastras, one should do Dhyanam Upasana on the Brahman. That is the message of the Upanishads. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Tat Jalaniti Shanta Upasita. So, Shanta Upasita, with a quietened mind, do Upasana, Dhyanam on Brahma, on the Brahman, Brahma Tattvam, as what? Sarvam Khalu Idam. Khalu, verily, the only reality all around is Brahman. Sarvam Khalu Idam, Brahma, Tat Jalan. From that supreme principle, the absolute reality, arises the relatively real universe. The whole thing is only relative. And Without this knowledge, all humans attach 100% importance to everything happening around us, including our own physical body, mind, sense organs, intellect, and everything. And with everything that's happening, we tend to either get overjoyed or we get depressed with happenings depending on what happens. So, knowledge of Brahman, Upanishads, will help you understand that all this is only relatively real. It's not absolutely real. The only absolute reality is Brahman, which is the nature of Sat Chit Anandam. Sat, absolute existence, absolute consciousness, and absolute bliss. And to help you do dhyanam, upasana, focus on this absolute reality, Upanishads also point out the same Brahma Tattvam is also your own true nature, which is called as Atman. Atman, your true nature, your true self, is also of the nature of pure existence, absolute consciousness, and absolute bliss. And so the Upanishad mantra points out that within this physical body, there is this consciousness principle which is unattached to the happenings of the physical body and the physical world. That is what is the message and teachings. Once you understand and own up to this absolute reality, the pure consciousness, you also will be mentally disconnected from the happenings around you with your body and all other aspects of the world, including your thoughts, emotions. That's the only way to attain absolute bliss and finally get rid of this cycle of samsara. So the mantra says, Ashariram sharireshu anavastheshvavasthitam mahantam vibhumatmanam matva dhiro na shochati. Sharireshu ashariram. Within this physical body, there is this supreme principle which doesn't belong to the physical body, doesn't belong to the aspects of the physical body. Within this matter principle, there is this consciousness principle. So even when this matter perishes, this pure consciousness won't perish. Similarly, when this physical body perishes at the end of our life, if you identify with your true nature, which is pure consciousness, there is neither birth nor death. So you go beyond birth and death, go beyond cycle of samsara. So ashariram sharireshu. That is the benefit of this knowledge, Brahma Jnanam, to attain immortality. And while living, anavasthveshvavasthitam. Though present in the three states of experience, this pure consciousness is totally unattached to the impressions, happenings in the states of waking, dream, and deep sleep, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, and that is the message. If I can be immune to all the happenings in three states of experience, I will always be blissful. Anavastheshva vasthitam. That is why it is Mahan. Mahan, Tam Mahan. So the greatness is not being absent and saying I'm happy. Greatness is being through and through all the activities at the same time, not getting attached to any of those happenings. Anavastheshva vasthitam tam mahan vibhum. Most glorious principle. Where is it? Atmanam, your own true nature. So what you should do? Atva. One has to sit down, systematically study the Vedanta Shastras, understand that this Brahman, pure consciousness, is my Atman, true nature. Dhiro na shochati. So this dedicated spiritual aspirant attains absolute bliss, goes beyond all sorrows, and attains immortality. So the only way to attain permanent happiness is by knowledge of reality. No other way. There is no other way than this knowledge. And so, knowledge of absolute reality bestows immortality and absolute bliss. So, what is the message of the Gita? Let us understand further to study of the 11th chapter. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirbighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतं वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम् ॐ. All of you on camera, stand Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Dimyaistamaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishader Gayanti Yam Samaga ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुस्सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः. श्री सरस्वती नमः. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. श्री भगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पंडितं बुधाः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Now chant the 5 shlokas, most important, remember always. श्री भगवानुवाच दैवी हेषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं महाम्यहम् मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. So understand this ultimate truth. प्रपंचो यदि विद्येत निवर्तेत न संशयः मायामात्रमिदं द्वैतम् अद्वैतं परमार्थतः. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगः. ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् Andasyantaspi me lokaha saptadvipa cha medini. Om. Let's all chant shloka number 26. Arjuna uvacha ami chatvam dhritarashtrasya putraha sarve sahaivavanipala sanghaihi Bhishmo Drona Sutaputrastatthasau Sahasmadiyai Yodhamukhyaihi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam. Hearty welcome to the next session on this most important chapter of the Gita, 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. This chapter, the key message that you need to understand is one, the Supreme is the fundamental substratum for the entire universe. All that happens, Srishti, Sthiti, Layam, which we understood as part of the mantra, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Tajjalaniti Shanta Upasita. From that Supreme reality manifests this relatively real world, and there is sustenance for sometimes, and then there is extinction. So generally we focus only on creation and sustenance, yes or no? Because that is what is immediately available to us as cognition, as understanding. But we don't understand that at some point in time one has to face extinction. Can be the greatest person, most powerful, most rich. The person having so many people, no followers, many followers, millions of followers. They say no billion followers. Again, all the followers after the person is gone, nobody can follow. Huh? So please, they won't follow. Look at the beauty. They will follow this person when he is alive, he or she. And the person is gone, will they follow? They will not follow. So please understand, the world is like that. Unfortunately, we don't understand this reality, and whatever is happening on a day by day basis, we focus on that, and we don't prepare for two things. Write down, very important. We neither prepare for the final journey, nor do we prepare for the life after this life. Two things we don't do. So what happens? All the effort we put in during this life is totally going to what? End with this life. We don't understand that. We think this is the only absolute reality. In fact, it is the most trivial, relatively real world, relative real experience for which we are spending a lot of our energy and effort. So Bhagavan in this chapter is showing, holding a mirror. See what happens many times when you read, it doesn't register in the mind. When somebody says, elders, Mahan, Gurus, teachers, they say it doesn't register. But when it is picturized and shown, pictures create a lot of impression. So picturize this. So in the shloka number 26, what is Arjuna seeing? Arjuna is seeing the death and destruction, which is very close to what is going to happen, right? Where are Krishna Paramatma and Arjuna right now? In the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So in that Kurukshetra war, many are going to die. So Bhagavan is now showing the future of a number of people in which what? All the sons of Dhritarashtra, how many sons? 100 sons. So some people think that by having many sons or whatever it is, that I will have eternal peace and happiness. Yes, there will be some relative, no, what? Calmness and happiness with people around you, but that can never give you eternal happiness. All the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. And who else? Bhishma, the great Bhishma Pitamaha, Dronacharya, and more importantly for Arjuna, Karna, son of the charioteer. Unfortunately, this is a wrong label. So as I told you in the last class, so many things happen in our life. And when things don't happen according to what we expect, it is time for us to go and check the right people, the gurus, the mahans, as to am I doing things correctly? Why? Because you cannot change what has happened in the past. Please understand. See, the present situation gives you an opportunity to make sure the future at least is better. Are you getting the point? What is today? What is the present? The present is the future of the past. I understand what I'm saying? Something is the past which you had a free will to what? Act, and that became the future of the past is the present. Similarly, future of the present will be the future. So, if you can make the course correction and go on the right way, path of dharma, so dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. As long as you are on the path of dharma, dharma will protect you. So it's a grim reality which you should understand. It's a great opportunity. Whenever there are problems, one should not what immediately you would break down and say, "Oh, all these problems are there. Life is very difficult." That is not the approach. In fact, our Vedika Dharma says one should put more effort. Purushartham is the fundamental principle of our Vedika Dharma, not prarabdham. Fate is not the important factor in our Vedic way of life. It is Purushartham, self effort. By constant self effort, you can create a bright future. And so, here, helplessly, all these people, sons of Dhritarashtra, 100 sons, Bhishma, Drona, why even the great Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, all of them are entering Bhagavan. Entering Bhagavan means what? They're going to go and doing sightseeing, is it? Huh? What is happening? Entering you, he says. Entering Bhagavan means they are all going to die. Huh? So, which means what? Every minute we are also moving towards the ultimate what? Truth in the relative world, that is death. I told you one shloka, Adityascha gata gato raha raha samkshiyate jeevitam. Life is getting shortened, so every minute is very valuable. Whatever time you can allocate to do dharma karyam as per the Vedas, as per the Shastras, as per the Puranas, and focus on Jnanam, the ultimate, to study Vedanta Shastras, is what is going to finally protect you. So look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya for shloka number 26. Ami cha tvam dhartarashtrasya putraha sarve saha eva. So avanipala sanghaihi. Word is avanipala sanghaihi. Avanipala means kings. Avanipala means one who protects the earth, protects the kingdom. Is a king. So Avanipala means what? King. Sanghaihi, hosts of kings, group of kings. Avanipala sanghaihi. Bhishmaha, Dronaha, Sutaputraha, Tatha, Asau. Then Saha, Asmadiyaihi, Api, Yodhamukhyaihi. Clear? Easy? Huh? Just have to put a line wherever I am breaking the word, and then the word will get automatically, a padam will come. Okay, now look at the Anmaya. Sarve cha ami putraha. Sarve, which is in the second padam. Cha, which is the first padam. Ami putraha. Dhartarashtra se putraha. That putraha. Sarve cha ami putraha. Dhartarashtrasya. Saha eva avanipala sanghaihi. How many are over now? 8. Okay. Bhishmaha, Dronaha, तथा असौ सूतपुत्रः सः अपि योधमुख्यैः. Another 8. Correct? Bhishmah, Drona, Tatha, Asau, Sutaputraha, Saha, Api, Yodhamukhyahi, Asmadiyaihi, Tvam. Totally how many? Is it 18 or 17? Anybody? It is 18. Okay, good. Now look at the Anmaya. So importantly, underline two words. Avanipala Sanghaihi, Yodhamukhyahi. So Avanipala Sanghaihi is group of kings. Yodhamukhyahi, prominent warriors. So, what it means? You can be huge, mighty, powerful, rich, whatever. But this thing, nobody can. Anybody has lived forever. Anybody has beaten death. Only a jnani can go beyond death. Understand this when you study all these shlokas. Sarve cha ami putraha. Sarve, all. Ami, all these. So, sarve cha ami putraha, sons, all the sons, Dhritarashtrasya, of Dhritarashtra. So, Dhritarashtrasya putraha, Dhartarashtraha. So, all the sons of Dhritarashtra, how many? All means what? How many? All 100 sons. So, and the sons also cannot come to your rescue. What will people do? Other people, will they come to your rescue? So please understand. So all the sons of Dhritarashtra, 100 sons, then what? Sahayeva Avanipala Sanghaihi, along with a host of kings. So the host of kings, both on the Pandava side and the Kaurava side, host of kings, including who else? Bhishmaha, Dronaha. See, even the great Bhishma Pitamaha will have to face death. Now, death is for what? The physical body or the pure consciousness? Death is for the physical body. Understand that? Bhishmaha. That's what Bhagavan told the second chapter. So all these kings you are seeing, it's only the physical body, but in essentiality they are only pure consciousness. Nothing is going to happen if the physical body perishes. So Bhishmaha, Dronaha, the great Drona, Tatha Asau Sutaputraha. So Krishna Paramatma is special giving focus to Arjuna on Karna. At least if he sees that Karna will die and he is going to emerge victorious, he may stand up and start fighting. So Tatha Asau Sutaputraha, son of the charioteer, and also that son of who is that? Karna. Write down Sutaputraha bracket Karna. Then Saha api Yodha Mukhyaihi, and also many great warriors, many prominent warriors, commanders, all those people. Athirataha, Maharataha, that we studied in the first chapter, all those great warriors. Asmadiyaihi, of ours. That means what? Arjuna saying, even our people also perishing. That means what? Not only the Kaurava army, but also the Pandava army, also many are perishing at the end of the Mahabharata war. How many were alive finally? Only the Pancha Pandavas, they say. Right? So everybody got extinct during the war. So along with prominent warriors of our side also, Twam, they are entering you. Twam here means only you, but supply the word, they are entering you. Because Bhagavan has already shown his mouth, big tusks, in which many things are getting dissolved. And so all these people are entering Bhagavan's mouth, means they are facing the final reality, which is death. Now, continuing, sloka number 27. So this portion is being magnified so that we also pay attention to something that's going to happen to all of us. Better be prepared. If you're not prepared for this, then what will happen? You have no control over what's going to happen either during the last moments of your life, nor there is any control about the future life. So, very important to understand this aspect. Sloka number 27. Arjuna Uvacha Bhaktrani Te Tvaramana Vishanti Damshtra Karalani Bhayanakani Kechid Vilagna Dashanantareshu Sandrishyante Churnitairuttamangai.
अर्जुन उवाच वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाना विशन्ति दंष्ट्राकरालानि भयानकानि केचिद्विलग्ना दशनान्तरेषु सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैरुत्तमाङ्गैः.
Very good. All of us together. Arjuna Uvacha Bhaktrani Te Tvaramana Vishanti Damshtra Karalani Bhayanakani Kechid Vilagna Dashanantareshu Sandrishyante Churnitairuttamangai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, continuing this very terrible picture, Arjuna is saying, I am seeing now all these warriors, they are speeding as they enter your terrible mouth. So, some people now have the habit of driving very, very fast. So, here the thought Arjuna is having is seeing that they are entering the mouth of Bhagwan is what? They are entering death in a very speedy fashion. And he says that your mouth, Bhagwan's mouth is looking very fierce. Once again, the tusks is what he is trying to focus on. Tusks means here somehow you should show that they are getting dissolved and they are being powdered here, stuck between the teeth. So, between all the teeth, these people are all stuck in Bhagavan's teeth. Some of them are seen with their heads being crushed. You see? So, it is a picturization. So, it's a picturization of the death and destruction of individuals. So, here is seeing the kings and the warriors and even all the other prominent people who are there in the Kurukshetra war are going to die. So, one does not know how one is going to die. But one thing is one thing is very sure. What is that? We are all going to die one day. So better whatever life we are actively able to focus on getting dharma. It's very important. Told you 5 things are a result of our previous actions. What are they? So what kind of death you will have when you will die. So what kind of profession you will do, how much money you will earn, how much you will retain. All these things are all panchaitani srijyante jan garbhastasyeva dehinaha. So what all will happen in your life is more or less pre-decided, but you don't need to worry about what has happened in the past. Make sure that you create a proper future. So look at the meaning of sloka number 27. Padavivaganmaya. So Bhaktrani te tvaramanaha vishanti damshtra karalani bhayanakani kechit vilagnaha dashanantareshu. One word. Sandrishyante churnitaihi uttamangaihi. Clear? 12. Now look at the Anmaya. Tvaramanaha vishanti te bhayanakani bhaktrani Damshtrakaralani vilagnaha dashanantareshu kechit sandrishyante uttamangaihi churnitaihi. Clear? Anyone got doubt? PVA team able to make the clear? No, not very difficult. I want me to repeat. Okay, I'll repeat again. Tvaramana. Ha. Where is it? First padam. Tvaramana. Ha. Vishanti. Next word. Te. Te. Bhayanakani. Vaktrani. Clear? All in the first line. Should be clear. Then Damshtra Karalani. Then Vilagnaha. Dashanantareshu. It's all very, very simple actually. Kechit Sandrishyante Uttamangaihi Churnitaihi. Clear? So this is a physical elaboration. Physical view is got this elaborating through the view. As I told you, 5 things are something that are predetermined to a great extent. Write down. Ayuh karma cha vittancha vidya nidhanameva cha panchaitani hi srijyante garbhastasyaiva dehinaha. So, means what? Most of the happenings that take place during our present life are to a great extent decided by your past. That means what? The present actions are extremely powerful. They create your future. So what can you do? Can you change the past? Can you go back and change? Date of birth of somebody, date of death, can you change? What has happened? What has happened is happened. So don't worry about the past. Focus on the present. Can you change the future? You cannot change, but you can create the right future by doing right actions during the present. That's why I say, in spite of all our busy life, we're all very busy with so many things. Official work, personal work, family work, that work, this work. We are all busy with so many things. Take some time out. Do dharma karma. That means what? Perform your daily duties, which are ordained duties. That's why I say doing at least Sandhya Vandanam 3 times a day. Purushastri, everybody. Sandhya Vandanam is not only for Purushas. There is a different, the application is different. But sitting down and doing prayers during 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening. Early morning is, if you can make it a practice, make it a habit, then it becomes part of your life. And so that to a great extent protects you from what? Uneventful things. So, swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. There is some shloka, you should all known. Neha vikramana shosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Make sure you focus on dharma at least for a few, at least 10-15 minutes, 3 times a day. Then chant shloka, do japam, attend Vedanta lessons, understand. It's the only way to come out of the cycle of samsara chakram. Now look at the meaning. Paramanaha. Paramanaha means speeding. So, very high speed. Paramanaha. Vishanti. Vishanti means they enter. Bhuvachana. They are entering all. So, carry over from the previous shloka, all the prominent warriors, all the host of kings, Bhishma, Drona, all, even the warriors of the Pandava side, they are all entering. Who? Te bhayanakani vaktrani. So here is vaktrani, underline, Bahuvachana, mouths. Bhagavan is now not present with one mouth. Bhagavan has got many mouths. Just to give an idea that people are being what? Consumed from different directions. So, Bhayanakani, terrible. Te, you are Bhayanakani, terrible. Vaktrani means what? Vaktram, I told you. What is the root? That is organ which helps you to speak. That's why it's called the mouth. Vaktrani. Mouths, many mouths, terrible mouths. They are not normal mouths. Why? Damshtra Karalani, which are fierce with tusks. I gave the Vyutpatti in the last class. Acharya Shankara gave clearly. It is Bhayanakani, very fierce with tusks. Then what is happening to some of the warriors? Vilagnaha. Vilagnaha means they are stuck. Visheshena lagnaha. Lagnaha means connected, right? Many of you not camera on cameras. Okay, Vilagnaha. They are stuck. Where? Dashanantareshu. So, Dashanantareshu means between the teeth. Dashanam means teeth. Dashanantaram means between the teeth. It's all picturization. So, all you understand is they are all facing extinction in various ways. That means what? It represents death in many, many different ways. Does that happen only one way? I told you. All people die peacefully. They went to sleep in the night. Next day morning, they didn't wake up. Huh? So many different ways of destruction is happening. So, picturization here is some people are stuck in the teeth of Bhagavan and getting what is happening to them. Some of them are seen. Kechit. Some of them Sandrishyante. That means are seen. That means I am seeing. Arjuna is saying I am seeing. Uttamangaihi. Write down Uttama Angaihi. Angam means a limb or a part of the body. Uttama Angam means the head. The most important what? Limb or part of the body is what? The head. Why? It contains all your sense organs. For a moment, think. Here is where your eyes are there, nose, ears, tongue, right? Called Uttamangaihi. So, in the Deham, the head, the Shirah Pradhanam. So, in the entire physical body, the head is most important. Among all the sense organs, the eye is the most important. Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam. Sarvangaihi Shirah Pradhanam. Among all the different what? Limbs, parts of the body, head is the most important. So, Uttama Angaihi. Got the point? Uttama Angaihi, Uttamangaihi. So, with their heads, or see their heads, what is happening to their heads? Churnitaihi are getting crushed. So, some people also are undergoing some kind of operation on the head. So, they also get drilled in the head. Here, their head is getting crushed. So, what is happening? Different forms of death and destruction. So, what is the message here? So, before the ultimate, what thing happens, death happens to us, let us make sure we focus on more and more dharma, get punyam, and if possible, get jnanam and moksham in this life itself. What all we do in this life, of all the things we do, which is academic, all loki karma, are they going to come again to us by default in the next life? No. Only dharma, punya that you do will get carried over. Rest all will go away in this life. Please understand. Money that we earn in plenty, millions, say is a millionaire, billionaire, number one. Somebody becomes number one day, another day somebody will become number one. Correct? Huh? The person becomes 10. Again, somebody from 150 or 250 becomes one due to some happening. Like that, things keep on happening. All the money that the person has accumulated in this life, what is going to happen? It's going to perish along with him in this life. If he had done dhanam, donation for the right cause, at least get converted to punyam, help him or her in the next life. You don't understand all these things. So, unfortunately, what is the reason for all the sorrow and unhappiness people face? Ignorance, avidya. Please understand. Anadi, avidya, vasana. We don't know what is right, what is wrong. First, lack of knowledge, vivekam of dharmam and adharmam. Then lack of knowledge of nityam and anityam. So dharma, adharma, viveki. Then nitya, anitya, viveki. Combination recipe for disaster. So make sure you focus on understanding what is right, what is wrong, do the right things. And dharma is the fundamental base. Once you focus on dharma, it has two benefits. One, it gives you happiness when you're alive. And if you can be more serious, you can focus on jnanam and get moksham in this life. So dharma is the fundamental bedrock of the society. Dharmo vishwasya jagatah pratishtha. So look at the pada vibhaganmaya for 27. Vaktrani. 27 is over, no? Now, Vaktrani te tvaramana vishanti damshtrakaralani bhayanakani kechit vilagnaha dashanantareshu sandrishyante churnitaihi uttamangaihi. So uttamangaihi with their heads, churnitaihi totally crushed. So this is a very gory picture of people dying. So Anvaya is also clear, right? Churnitaihi means getting crushed, getting powdered. Continuing, sloka number 28. So different ways Arjuna is explaining what he's seeing. Sloka number 28. Arjuna vacha yatha nadinam bahavom buvegaha samudramevabhimukhadраvanti tatha tabami naralokaviraha vishanti vaktranyabhivijvalanti.
Arjuna uvacha yatha nadinam bahavombuvegaha samudrameva bhimukhadраvanti tatha tavami naralokaviraha vishanti vaktranyabhivijvalanti.
Very good. All of us together now. Arjuna uvacha yatha nadinam bahavombuvegaha samudramevabhimukhadраvanti tatha tabami naralokaviraha vishanti vaktranyabhivijvalanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Chanting is easy. You will chant, right? Not difficult, correct? Practice a few times. Gita chanting will be very easy. Now, what is the message here? Death is a helpless situation for all those who are born. What is helpless situation means what? You cannot avoid. You will have to face it. But unfortunately, no one wants to think about it, correct? You're all very, shy of thinking about something that we see is a bad woman. So here, Arjuna is saying these heroes of the world, underlining the point. They may be what hero in the world, but when they die, they become zero, they say. But whatever, these heroes of the world of men, human beings, they are great warriors among the human beings. They are seeing entering your blazing mouth. Now Arjuna is focusing on the fire aspect of Bhagavan's mouth. They are entering the blazing mouth of Bhagavan. And here he is giving a very strange example. Opposite of what? Fire is water. He says, just like many rivers, streams of rivers are flowing towards the ocean only. That means what? Any river helplessly has to flow and finally reach the ocean. Yes or no? So, we have in sloka, Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati agaram. So, even the rainwater that falls, mixes with the river, finally has to go and merge with the sea. Similarly, all beings are finally merging. Now, you see, I keep on saying layam also happens within what? The Supreme. So all the extinction finally dissolves in the Supreme. Yes or no? Similarly, here all the warriors are seeing entering, just like rivers are entering the sea or the ocean, rivers are entering the ocean, moving towards the ocean. All beings are finally merging in the Supreme. Where are they merging? Mouth of Bhagavan is what? Somewhere else is it? It is also part of the Supreme. It means what? One thing should all be very clear, the Vedantic truth. Srishti, Sthiti, Layam happens what? Because of Brahman. Don't forget this message of Upanishad. Yato va imani bhutani jayante tena jatani jivanti yat prayantyabhisamvishanti tad vijijñāsasva tad brahmeti. So, from that Supreme emerges all entities, including living, non-living, seemingly is sustained for some time and then finally perishes. So here Arjuna is focusing and magnifying the destruction aspect which we normally forget. And giving example, just like rivers, streams of rivers helplessly move and merge in the ocean, all beings helplessly have to finally merge, get dissolved. So we are there for a brief period of time. So what happens? We think this is the only absolute reality. Yes or no? We are extinct after some time. We were not there present before we were born. During the middle period, we are present. We think this is the reality, and along with this, we jump. There is something no good. We get depressed. Something happens that is worrying. So please understand. Very good. Avyaktaadini bhutani व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि that means what from the unknown avyaktam unmanifested we all manifest vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva. So after being present for some time, go back once again to avyaktam. So from unmanifest to manifest, once again back to unmanifest. Cycle continues. And so during this life, now you see, during this life you are preparing the future of next life. So ayuhu, karma, how many years I live in the next life, karma, what profession I will do, vittam, how much money I learn. So if you donate a lot of money in this life, next life you'll be having a lot of money with you, you'll be rich. Ayuh karma cha vittancha vidya. So you learn more and also spread knowledge more. More and more you spread the knowledge. Vidyavan bhavati. So mantra say. So you become a vidyavan in the next life also. Then nidhanamevacha. Finally, even the deaths, all those things. So it should care us. Unfortunately, in spite of looking at all these things, we tend to forget, right? Just like Arjuna forgot all these things after the Vishwarupa Darshana vision was removed, while hearing, while looking at all these shastras for a moment, oh, all this is going to happen. We think after that, what happens? This Maya engulfs us and totally we forget all these things. Back to square one. We say, no? Back to square one. If you don't invest our quality time on dharma and study of shastras, what do we say? Better luck. What? Better luck? Next Janma. Next Janma is no guarantee. Will be born as human beings also, there is no guarantee. Make the best use of this present. We don't understand the value of human life. Jantunam narajanma durlabha matam. Very, very rare to get the human birth. And studying shastras, getting jnanam, we should make use of this physical body. Now, get the Padavibhaga Anvaya for sloka number 28. Yatha Nadinam Bahavaha Ambuvegaha. Ambu means what? Water. Ambuvegaha means become streams. Okay. Bahavaha Ambuvegaha Samudram Eva Abhimukhaha, Sarga is required. Drabanti. Thata, Tatha, Tava, Ami. So Ami came where? Remember? Ami was the first word in sloka number 26. Don't forget. Ah, very good. Sundar. Ah, no, very good. So, Tatha. Now, you should know how to break the word. Tavami means what? Tava is the word you all know. Tava plus Ami. Tatha, Tava, Ami. Naraloka Viraha. Vishanti. Vaktrani. All these words now you're all becoming expert in Sanskrit. Vaktrani. Abhivijvalanti. Clear? By doing Padavibhaga, Anvaya, Sanskrit knowledge is improving or not slowly? Huh? Able to make good progress. More importantly, you become very confident, right? Studying Shastras. Normally, what we think, all the Shastras in Sanskrit. Very difficult. So I won't study. One reason we give for no, one of the reasons simply we want to get out of this. But now that is the reason our Parama Guru initiated this process of studying by Padavibhaga Anvaya. It makes very easy or not? Does not make Shastra study very simple. Now you apply the same methodology consistently. I say this consistency is very important for Upanishads, for Brahma Sutras. Very easily, all the Shastras can be well digested. And once this knowledge becomes yours, nobody can shake you. Please understand. This knowledge is power. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. As I keep saying, just like knowledge of what? If you touch fire, your with your fingers will get burned. That is knowledge, right? Similarly, can then anybody take away that knowledge from you? You touch something hot, your hands will be burnt. Correct? If there is some pit, you should avoid it, otherwise you will fall down. This knowledge that you got, right? Similarly, this knowledge of Shastras, once it becomes your own, Mam Brahmasmi, Prapancho Yadi Vidyeta, Nivarteta na Samshayaha, Maya Matramidam Dvaitam Advaitam Paramarthataha. You can establish yourself in this absolute truth, finally, and that is knowledge. It becomes your own. It is not borrowed. It is not some inner engineering, it's not some art, it is your own knowledge. It gives you absolute strength. So, Vidyaya Vindate Amritam. Atmana Vindate Viryam. I keep on saying, Viryam, you get that power. So, focus on knowledge. Now, look at the Anvaya. Ami. You all very familiar. Ami. Naraloka Viraha. Vishanti. The word Vishanti is coming again and again. Vishanti came in the previous sloka or not? Vishanti. Taba. Abhivijvalanti. Vaktrani. Tatha. Yatha. So whenever yatha comes, tatha will come. So here tatha yatha. Bahavaha. Ambuvegaha. Nadinam. Dravanti. Abhimukhaha. Samudram. Eva. Clear? Or should I do again? Anybody is having doubt? Should I repeat? I will repeat and we will then chant this sloka and end the class. We'll take meaning in the next class. Okay. Ami is coming from where? Tavami. From the third padam. Tavami becomes take Ami. Naraloka Viraha. Very next word. Ami, Naraloka Viraha next to each other. You're able to get? Clear. Vishanti. Immediately after that. So it starts with the third padam. Ami, Naraloka Viraha Vishanti. Where Tava. So go back. Swami. Okay. Then Abhivijvalanti. The last word of this sloka, Abhivijvalanti. Vaktrani. Where is Vaktrani? Before Abhivijvalanti. Then Tatha Yatha. So Tatha is the first word in the third padam. Yatha, first word in the first padam. Tatha Yatha. Bahavaha. Very clear? First padam. Bhavaha Ambuvegaha. Next to each other. Nadinam. So, Nadinam, second word. Then, Drabanti, Abhimukhaha. Dravanti, last word, second padam. Abhimukaha before that. Samudram eva. Second padam. Clear? So Anvaya is required for you to construct the sentence logically, for you to grasp and understand. Chant sloka number 28 in the class. Take up the meaning on Saturday morning. And quick announcement, anybody not downloaded chapter number 11 ebook, please download. Chapter 10, the PBA book study systematically. Also chapter 10 quiz is available. So whenever you get time during weekend, attend to the quiz and see how much you understood the Bhagavad Gita. Very important for us to check ourselves. Make use of all these things given. All this given free of cost. So nobody is charging you for this, right? Now, shloka number 28 will chant in the class. Arjuna uvacha yatha nadinam bahavombuvegaha समुद्रमेवाभिमुखाद्रवन्ति तथा तवामी नरलोकवीराः विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम तत्सत कृष्ण 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 शुभमस्तु समस्त सन्मंगलानि भवन्तु सत्यायता हरि ओम नारायण।